Good morning everybody, welcome back to Seawinds Community Hub and our lockdown learning series with Liz. This morning Liz is going to be showing us how to do stitching and some creative ways that we can do some stitching. I don't know what else to say about this. I'm sorry, I'm very tired. But I'll introduce you to Liz and she can explain a little bit more than I can. Thanks very much.
Well, good morning everyone, and today's activity is called stitching. Stitch of the day. Oh, it must be the chair, it's in the chair, we're all going crazy here today. Stitch a day is what it's called, and it's not about doing perfect embroidery, it's not about doing perfect stitching, it's about sitting down, setting aside 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes each day for a period of time that you want it to be, and sticking to your guns. Number one, it gives you that mental fortitude to turn up every day and do your stitching. Number two, if you take it somewhere really quiet, it gets you away from everybody else for 10 or 15. I'd be going for 45 minutes a day at this particular point in time. So it's very simple. You need a piece of fabric. It could be a bit of old pillowcase, it could be the bottom of a dress, it could be the back of a dress, it could be a bit of sheet that doesn't smell like your husband. Anything you like, as long as it's a piece of fabric. And then you need an embroidery hoop. Now, this one also could become your neighbourhood challenge. If you haven't got these things at home, there's a really good chance that somebody 3 doors down might have the embroidery hoop, because you also need embroidery thread. Somebody 5 doors down might have embroidery thread. So this is where you might hit up Facebook and say, I need an embroidery hoop, I need some embroidery thread. If you've got 2 colours, it doesn't matter. If you've got 10 colours, it doesn't matter. You need a needle and thread. You need some scissors. I've got a selection of buttons, because on those days when you've only got 2 minutes, you can sew on a button. You've stitched and you've done your bit for the day. And then I also have this fabulous pen. It's called Frixion, F-R-I-X-I-O-N. And it's made by Pilot. You can buy them in the supermarket. They're $3 or $4 each. Sometimes they're on special for $1.89, and that's a good day to buy them. So that's all we need. So let's open up our embroidery hoop. And when you're using an embroidery hoop, the object of the game is to get the fabric as tight as you can. So let's tighten it a bit, and then you're just going to pull around and pull around and pull around until there's no bubbles, and then you're going to tighten it off, give it another bit of a pull, making sure, especially with these plastic hoops, they tend to make your shape go a bit hoo-ha, I find, but they're $2.80 in Daiso, so we can't complain. This one's about $6 in Spotlight, so if you can beg, borrow, don't steal one because it's bad. If you can beg or borrow one, that's even better. And there you are, you're ready to stitch. So for mine, and if Karen can put the doohickey behind the Watso thing there down, that'd be good. For mine, I'm doing one based around our COVID event. And now how long this will go on, that will depend on how long this goes on. So on mine, I've got the date 2020. Let me put this up a bit higher. And here, I have a COVID cell because it comes up really pretty in embroidery, and that's satin stitch and French knots. And then we had that big storm on one of the days, so I did a bit of a freehand cloud and some rain. And then if you remember, we had the pink moon. So there's my pink moon. And then we had Anzac Day, so I've got Lest We Forget. And then over here, I've got an Easter bunny. So also, I might like to add, and I'm going to show you with my pen. Look, a purist probably wouldn't draw on this, but the beauty of this pen is that you can just iron it off. So, during our COVID event, I've lost my, during our COVID event, it was my mother-in-law's birthday. Unfortunately, she passed away last year, but she loved needle and thread. She would sew, she would embroider, do whatever it likes. So, I'm just going to quickly sew this button on. I think I might put it down here. I'm going to sew the button on. There we go. is it always works quicker when you're at home? I don't know. Less haste, more speed. Isn't that the theory? So I'm going to sew my button on. Just here. Somewhere. Whoop. And as I said, why does it always work better at home? Sew my button on. And then, so there's my button on. And just for the sake here, and I might put a heart around here, and then I might do some running stitches just to embellish out that heart there. And nobody else will know what this means, but I know that means that during this time, it was my mother-in-law's birthday, and there she is with that's a cotton reel there in case you can't see it. Let's have a look there. See this one just here, that's a cotton reel. And then maybe, it's all very confusing at the moment, so I might put I might embroider a whole lot of question marks over here, just here. And then over here, I might just do a whole lot of running stitches just to fill in this area, one afternoon, one evening. And I might cross hatch it back, and that will fill in that area quite nicely. That's just running stitch. So far on this one here, all I've got is running stitch. I've got a bit of satin stitch. I've got a couple of French knots, and I've got a couple of lazy daisies here. So you don't have to be brilliant at embroidery. You just have to be prepared to pick up your needle and thread. So in this bit here, I might do a whole lot of different coloured French knots. So that'll fit in that bit there. And then around here, I might do some curve stitching that comes in here and fills in this spot here. And then in here, because rain makes splashes, we might put some French knots. So can you see how over the time, whatever your period is, a week, a month, a year, you can just sit down with this little hoop, with this bit of embroidery, and you can make it your own. And then at the end, you leave it in the hoop, you secure the back, and you just hang it up on the wall. How quick and easy is that? So don't forget, all you need is fabric, a hoop, embroidery thread in 1, 5, 10, 500 colours. I have a few. Well, that's one box of them. I've got another box I found the other day at home. It's a bit sad. I've got a lot. You can have some buttons, and they might mean something to you. This button here, this is off a dress that belonged to my great aunt, and I might put that there. And this one's off the coat of my nana. I might put that there. And maybe I saw a beautiful butterfly on Thursday, so I'll put my butterfly in. And maybe I got some eggs from Karen, so I'll put a chicken down. And this is a button off, I think that's off Auntie Glade's shirt. It's a glass button. I might put that down. And then I just do some stitching around, so you can add in some buttons. Again, I'm very busy. Add in a button. I've done a stitch for the day. I've kept my word. So as you can see, quite easily builds up quite quickly. And don't forget your friction pen. If you're not brave enough to just have at it freehand, you can put a bit of a sketch down. And the beauty of this pen is, at the end of it all, if you can still see the pen, all you have to do is get out your iron, hit it with a bit of heat, and it disappears. If you want to have a look at some other ideas for this, because there's a button a day, there's a stitch a day, there's a button and stitch a day, there's all sorts of things. Here's some websites for you. So we've got, I can't read them backwards, but you've got them there. Freeze the screen, go and have a look at them, and it might just give you some inspiration to head off yourself. So that's all for today. Tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, Thursday is caramel slice. So come along, because we've got more bashing and punching to do with our caramel slice. So thanks everybody. We'll see you on Thursday.